Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by KIRK.
What's up?
We're looking at British stars on which American accent is hardest to do. Vanity Fair. This is going to be a fun one for me because I like watching ACHARA be the accent Nazi that she is. I feel like this is something maybe she'll be able to relate to. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, please bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. And while you're subscribing and upvoting, subscribe to Vanity Fair. There's a link in the description below for the video we're about to look at. If you want to click on that, give the original an upvote and subscribe to them from there. ACHARA KIRK's on the Instagrams as well.
That's right.
And here we go. British stars on which American accent is hardest to do. Vanity Fair.
Why do you always do a
That's what your dad does.
English? He doesn't do that.
Oh my God, he does.
He doesn't go.
Yes, he does. He goes. Not only that, he closes his eyes while he does it.
He does close his eyes.
He goes.
He doesn't go.
Yes, he does. He so does.
It's always hard.
Which one?
Boston is probably the hardest. Proper New York.
Yeah.
Texas.
There's more than one.
I can't recall, really.
Oh, Terrence
New York.
Stamp.
American something like that.
Why would New York be the hardest?
It's pretty hard to get like a proper, like not caricature New York. Easiest one for most Brits to do is a Southern accent because there's a lot of overlap. The type of Southern accent that you would do for a Tennessee Williams play.
What does that sound like?
I'm terrible at accents. I know I'm the accent Nazi, but I'm actually really bad.
Here's my confusion, right? Because unless I'm completely misunderstanding something, when you go from east to west, that's the die-off, the trail-off, the tapering off, the original accents of America, in my opinion. Like, please correct me in the comments if you're a historian or, know your history better than me. My understanding would be that everything East Coast is like very derivative of the English accent or the original settlers. And then as you go further west, it sort of like becomes other things and it has evolved into other stuff, like as you go further and further west towards Oregon.
Yeah, so the East, back in the day, there was the transatlantic accent, which was kind of a cross between British and American. But then today, probably more of the West Coast accent is considered to be a neutral American accent. And then everything else is like some other American dialect.
The one that I try to do every time I play an American.
New York's pretty tough.
Wait, which one did he say?
I don't know.
The one that I try to do every time I play
Oh,
an
New York, I
American.
guess.
New York's pretty tough.
That's
I
interesting.
think it's always a pressure because you're always like, I'm taking an American's job.
Oh, all of them are difficult for me.
My husband's from Boston, and I think that is such a hard accent. Every single bloody one.
I just do one American accent, which is just a sort of English one.
That's true.
What's the worst British accent
done by
Or blimey, Mary Poppins.
Dick Van Dyke in Mary Poppins.
Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke, surely, no?
Mine in the film Wild Wild West.
Dick Van Dyke, Mary Poppins.
I mean, it's got to be Dick Van Dyke in Mary Poppins,
Wow.
doesn't it? Does
This is like
everyone
just
say
universally
that?
agreed on.
I mean, brilliant, but yeah, pretty offensive. Yeah.
I think, how many people said Dick Van Dyke? I'll be damned if I'm going to stand here and slag off another actor. Cheers.
Most Saturday Night Live. I can't name people. It's terrible. I don't know. I've never heard a bad one.
Poor Dick. I'm sorry, Dick.
Aww.
Sorry, Dick.
I love Dame Judy.
Swearing.
Sarcasm.
Blue Peter. Irony.
I think they've caught up with their drinking habits, so I'm happy.
Archery.
Pessimism.
Roast dinners.
I'm gonna say Marmite.
Yorkshire puddings, I don't know how that's not got. I mean, that's something they would love.
Half of the things they said, I'm like, I feel like Americans do that. The only one where I was like, maybe they don't have it quite as much as the Brits is the pessimism.
Yeah, I think it was you, or maybe some friends, but someone would ask me something like, how was that sandwich? And I go, oh, not bad. And then they'd say...
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, that was you, right?
Yeah, because it's like, you make it sound like it's awful.
No, but in English, not bad means it's good, because it's not bad.
You're in America, though.
I know, but America is like so hyperbolic. Everything...
No, it's not.
You ask someone...
Oh, my God.
So in the UK, you ask someone, how are you doing? Oh, not bad, or oh, fine. It means good. Here, if you say that... Everyone's like, are you okay? Are you depressed?
It just sounds like y'all are afraid to be positive. It just sounds like
we're just not like over the top. Like, I feel like in America, people are always like, oh my God, I'm awesome.
I will grant you that we use top shelf words way too often. But you are the worst offender of that. Like, you've adopted both at the extreme ends.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, not bad. I'm like, So it wasn't good? No, not bad. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You said not bad. That basically sounds like neutral or bad. And
no,
so
it means it's good. It's not bad. Not bad.
I know, but like generally speaking, how's the sandwich? Good. What's wrong with that?
Oh.
That's not too energetic about it. But what I'm talking about is when you go to the opposite extreme and you're like, that ice cream was amazing. I'm like,
because it really was.
What? No, it wasn't. Or you say, I love this. I love this. No, you don't. That's not love. That's an appreciation. There's a difference.
Don't tell me how I feel.
Oh my God, ACHARA. I just want to go through this one more time.
Swearing.
Swearing, I think that's a crock of shit.
Brits swear a lot.
You go to Boston, you go to the Bronx, people cuss quite a bit. I mean, you just listen to our hip hop music. People cuss quite a bit. I've been to England. I've been to Scotland. I heard barely any cussing while I was out there, honestly. Most of the cussing I heard was from you and your sister. I didn't actually hear all that much cussing.
Okay.
So, fuck y'all you.
We got this down pat. When I first moved to the States, I don't know what happened. I guess maybe I adopted a lot of Americanisms. I was hanging out with my sister and she was just being kind of mean to me. And I was like, why are you being so mean? And she's like, oh my God, you've become so American. I'm not being mean, it's sarcasm. And I'm like, no, I think you're just being mean though. I think you're just being mean and disguising it as sarcasm.
I think Brits use that as a mask. What was the thing that it's like an axe to grind? Oh, because I had my book of idioms. I feel like in that instance, as that example, your sister is using sarcasm as the defense, but really she is being mean.
That's what I feel sometimes.
I feel like Brits do that a lot though, especially to non-Brits, especially to like people they consider foreigners. They'll do that a lot.
Sure.
You know?
Maybe.
I think they've caught up with their drinking habits, so I'm happy.
No.
I disagree completely. I don't think Americans have caught up. I mean, it depends where you're at. I think in
LA, maybe they haven't. People in LA are much more like clean living.
If you're in a certain parts of the country, I think that the drinking habits probably do measure up.
I've definitely seen people party hard.
But I think in England, like the drinking culture is just like you have a drink.
Yeah, you do. You just go to the pub and you hang out and you have a drink.
But in LA, it's like you're trying to get fucked up.
Oh no, but like you drink until you're
in LA.
Hammered.
In England?
Yeah.
You made it sound like you're getting tea. Like you're not gonna have 8 cups of tea, like to get messed up on caffeine, right? To get super wired.
It depends, right? Everything is like circumstantial.
Archery. Pessimism.
Roast dinners.
I'm
gonna say Marmite.
Yorkshire puddings. I don't know how that's not got.
The Yorkshire pudding is part of the roast dinner, though.
All right.
It's yummy.
What's your favorite?
Oh, well, I mean, where does one begin? Henry V.
Harry? He looks quite fun. Or Kate Middleton.
Her Majesty the Queen.
Harry.
Oh, it's got to be Prince Harry, isn't it?
Baby George, he's so cute.
Probably say Charles II.
The Queen. I love her.
It's got to be Harry.
Pippa Middleton. Isn't she royal?
No.
She will be.
Henry VIII.
Kate.
I thought you were going to say One Direction. I was like, I don't know. Probably Harry. Great hair. Why don't we just say Harry?
I really love Diana.
The Queen.
Kate Middleton. Probably Harry. Harry.
It has to be the Queen. She's the top.
Naughty Prince Harry.
The Queen.
Well, I'm a royalist. I'm very fond of them all.
Fantastic. I'm so glad we don't have to elect someone. It's the Queen. And no one comes close.
I got a little excited when I saw Terrence Stamp, just because.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, he was the oldest guy there.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I know him by face and voice.
Yeah, I've met him a few times.
Okay.
Because you've met her, but my older sister's best friend, Amy, her dad was Terrence Stamp as her uncle.
Okay.
I was like, gonna go all down this like long ass family history, and then I was like, oh wait, no, the easiest way is like Terrence Stamp is her uncle. So I've met him a few times at her house.
You know, the easiest way to put it is you met his niece.
No, but I've met him.
I know. You can say to me, you've met his niece.
Oh, that's right, you have.
Yes.
Yeah, you remember Amy.
I do remember Amy, but like the way you're.
Sorry, it's so awkward.
English people make things so complicated. You guys make it so complicated unnecessarily.
I'm so sorry. What do you say my dad does?
Delightful.
He doesn't do that though. He doesn't do that.
He doesn't make the sound, but he makes the fucking face. I'm telling you, he does the face.
He does the like excessive blinking for sure. Yeah.
And the lip. He does the show with the guys dressed up as ladies.
Okay, yeah.
In the red light district.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, he enjoys watching that.
It's fun.
And it was like delightful.
You haven't lived. You should watch it. It's amazing.
I don't care. I'm just using that conversation to contextualize where I heard him talk about this and make that face.
Okay, it's all coming back to me now. I'm like, okay, yeah, it wasn't in Bangkok where this happened. There was a lady boy show, and my dad's like, yeah, it's fantastic. It's great. You should watch it.
He said delightful.
He said delightful? He said delightful?
Yeah, splendid. He used one of those words.
Right.
You don't know your dad that well, apparently.
What? No.
I just remember the face. Maybe he didn't make the sound, but he made the face. The long blink. I'm like, can you see? like, aren't you afraid of getting punched? I always get afraid of...
Who would punch my dad?
I'm just always afraid that a punch might come flying in. So I just if I blink as fast as possible. Don't keep my eyes closed too long.
Wow.
When you're as much of an asshole as I am, you gotta keep your eyes open. Sleep with one eye open.
Yep, that's right.
Anyway, you guys, hopefully you had fun. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.